Hello and welcome to this GarrettCom training presentation on user levels and user management at the command line interface. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you through the different user accounts and the user account options you can use. So let's log back into the switch, and this time I'm going to use one of the two default user accounts which are automatically created on the switch. The first one is called Operator. Now Operator has the password of Operator. So the username and password are the same. It's a default account, and this one is a read-only account. It's a level 1 account, manager being level 2, and as obviously the levels increase you get more privileges. Operator, as I said, is read-only, and the manager is read-write. And the manager is level 2, and the operator is a level 1 command. So operator level 1, manager level 2, and that echoes the configuration we'll be doing next. So those are your two levels: operator with a password of operator, manager with a password of manager. Operator will be read only level 1, manager being read write level 2. Okay. To demonstrate that it's read only, we can try to wipe the configuration. It says you can't do that, permissions denied. So it does prevent you from doing any damage, but if you, for example, if you want to look at the configuration file and just verify that the switch is working fine, you can do that there. So if you have engineers or customers, you want to give access to the equipment, but limited access from the read-only level of user account is the one you want to use. And as I said, is a default user account at that level of operator automatically configured for you on the switch. Now if we want to log out from a particular user, we can do with the logout command, and we just say yes, we want to log out. Now if we go back and log back in as the other default user account of manager and manager, which is a level 2, which is read write, if we try the same command, we now have the ability to do that. So it's just a sort of basic security, two different levels of user, read only, read write, and we want to reload. I think it's reboot, sorry. Yep, and no, we don't. So I'll join you when we come back in. Okay, so just pause the video momentarily so you didn't have to wait for the boot process, and just log back into the switch again as a manager level. And I'm just going to quickly set the IP address to stop these the default bootp DHCP operation, and just save that. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and set up some user accounts. But before we do that, I just want to show you the third mode available. So there's the read-only mode, there's the read-write mode, the manager level, and then there's a configuration mode whereby the prompt changes to a double hash. So read-write is manager level is hash, configuration mode is double hash. In actual fact, if we move out of this mode, configuration mode, with an exit, so we move in with a particular command, we move out of configuration mode with an exit. Okay. If we want to exit the switch from a user account, we use logout. Yes, we want to log out. I just want to show you the operator mode just one more time. Operator and operator. You can see that the prompt is different. It's actually an arrow rather than a hash. But if we actually want to go and from an operator level account to a manager level account, we just enable and then type in the name of the account. I believe that's how the command is structured. If you get stuck at all, always use the help with the question mark. So enable and then followed by manager, and it prompts you for the password. And here we can see we were at the operator level with the arrow, now we're at the manager level with the hash. Okay, so the next thing to do is create some user accounts. So we need to go into the configuration mode with the user command, and from this mode we have various options to configure user accounts. Now by default the standard software has 5 user accounts allowed, and if you upgrade to the secure software we get 20 user accounts are allowed to be configured. Now you can add a user by using the add command. Again, follow it by the question mark to see how the command is structured, and we want to add a user called this time James. Remember, all user accounts passwords case sensitive, so make sure you're careful with your capitalization and your level. Remember, I said that operator was a level 1 account, a read-only account, and the manager was a level 2 account. So what we're going to do is we're going to create this one as a level 1, a read-only account, and set a password for this. So I'm just going to go and give it a silly password or password. Actually, to confirm it, there we go. Okay, so exit that out. And what I want to do is log out of the manager, the default account, and log back in as the newly created James account. James with the password I just created, and I'm back in. And as you can see that we're at the operator mode with the arrow. If we want to log out of that, we need to do so. I'm just going to log back in as a manager, and I'm just going to go back into user mode, the configuration mode, and again you can see the double hash to show that we're in configuration mode and in which category the user, the RSTP, the IGMP mode. Go back to the help, and I just want to change the level from the user account I just created with the ch level command, change level. Again, follow up with a question mark to see how it's structured. Use the up arrow to re-enter the command, and we're just going to specify which user account we want to modify, and we want to modify the James user account and what level we want to set that to. So we can set it to 1 or 2. It was previously set to 1. As a read-only account, we want to escalate its privileges, give it a read-write ability by changing the level here. Permissions modified. Exit that. If we want to log out now, we can do. And let's log back in as the James user, again with the new password, and we can see now we're at a read-write manager level, a level 2 account. That gives us the ability to make changes, and we can now make changes to our own account as our own user. And what I want to change now is that I set the password to password, which is trivial, easy to guess. You should never use a password like that. So what I'm going to do is going to use the password passwd modifier to change my user password. So password, the user account is James, press return. It's asking me for my new password, and I'm going to give that a mixture of upper and lowercase, mixture of letters and numbers. Say a minimum of 8 characters, gives you a nice strong password. Remember, all passwords are case sensitive, so remember that if you use a capital letter, you need to always use a capital letter. And we want to let's log out again, just to make sure that password's taken effect. Log back in, and I'm going to use my new password this time. You can't see it, but trust me, it's there. And I'm back in. Now we want to go back into the user account, and what we can do is we can delete a user. Just so that we created one, we can delete it. So what I'm going to do is actually log out and log back in as a manager. Manager. Go back into the user accounts and just delete. Again, follow it with the question mark to see how the command is structured. Delete the user account called James. So we've created it, we've modified it, we're now deleting it. Yes, we want to delete it. And if we want to verify what user accounts we have on the switch, we can just type in show users, and it shows you the level 1 and level 2. Sorry, forgive me, these ones here, it's just a list number, not the levels. That's slightly confusing there, but the manager's level 2, it's the first one created. Operator's level 1, the second one created. If we add a third one, add user equals James, question mark, just follow it up, add user equals James, and here we have show users. I missed a portion of that command, bear with me. So when I went add user James, I didn't specify the level. Level equals 2. Password. Okay, now it's He just ignored me last time. I didn't enter it properly, and I was too quick. So I just go through and just go test, and then test, and then again go show users. And here we can see the third account created is James. It's a manager. If I was to change the level, so ch level user account equals James, and follow question mark, level equals 1, and then go show users. We can see I've been changed to an operator, and I believe that covers everything. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video now and break it up into two portions because it's getting slightly long. In the second video I'll look at modifying the behavior of different user accounts, restricting access, restricting connection methods, what commands different user accounts can use. So that completes this video. I hope it's been interesting, I hope it's been helpful, and on behalf of GarrettCom I'd like to thank you for your time. Goodbye.